So what's up, guys? I apologize about no normal intro for this one. I know you guys all love my intro that I do for all my rebuilds. Before we do get into this one, before we do get into what this video is going to be about, I do want to let you guys know today is going to be a double upload. This is not the only video you're going to see today. You will see a rebuild, probably a couple hours from when the time this is uploaded. So definitely make sure to go check that out. I'm sure that video will do better and get more views anyway. So the reason that I'm making this video, I've mentioned it in, my previous couple rebuilds. I actually ended up mentioning it probably before I got home from college. I obviously make a ton more videos when I'm home, and I can pretty much upload daily here, which is great, and it's what I love doing. But, at school I can only upload, 3 maybe times a week, which it sucks, but it is what it is because that's what I'm there for, to focus on. But it was a quick update video, and that's what I wanted to do. The other day, this is actually something I've been thinking about for a while, but the other day I watched Crispy Flake's video, kind of telling everybody how he was kind of done with rebuilds, and it kind of didn't inspire me because, again, I had been thinking about this for a while, but it kind of gave me a little bit of momentum, if you will, to kind of go ahead and make this one on my own. For me, rebuilds have been such a big impact for my channel. I mean, when I started YouTube, 3-4 years ago, whatever it was at this point in time, I never thought that, we'd get even 1,000 subscribers, never mind 29,000. And, we're growing every day, and it's great. I mean, honestly, we're actually not really growing every day, which is kind of the point, one of the main points of this video. But you know what I'm saying? 29,000 plus of you, that took the time out, to at least watch one of my videos. Whether you watch one video and subscribed, and then never came back to my channel, I still do appreciate it, man. I really, really do. But the fact that there's 29,000 of you, which is such a crazy number to think about, when I sit down and think about that, and I actually do think about it a lot, that, I'm not the biggest 2K YouTuber out there. I'm definitely not the best, but the fact that there are 29,000 of you that found me interesting enough at one point in time to actually subscribe to my channel is absolutely crazy to me. So, rebuilds have been kind of, what I've done, for forever. And that's what I'm assuming 99.9% of you are here for. I don't really know why else you would be here to watch me. But, for me, just it's 2K in general these days that I'm just genuinely not really loving. It's almost systematic at this point, every single rebuild. I mean, obviously, I do different teams, I do different scenarios, whatever it may be, but ultimately, at the end of the day, every rebuild's kind of the same. And I know there's different ways you can do rebuilds. You can do different years. You can go back and do throwback rebuilds, but it's kind of a formula for me at this point. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not 100% just gonna quit rebuilds. That's just not the way I'm gonna do it. That's why all of you are here. If I'm not doing what all of you are here for, there's no point, in me going ahead and continuing doing this, because it just wouldn't be, beneficial for everybody. So kind of my point of this video, making this really quick, is because, I want feedback from you guys. I want to hear your thoughts, on what I, should go ahead and do. What's your opinion? Anyways, if you guys want to leave a comment, I would I'd seriously would really appreciate it. If you guys want to shoot me a DM on Twitter, my link's in the description. I know many of you do follow me on there. Many of you, active subscribers, I like to call you guys, that, comment, like the videos, watch pretty much every video, everybody, you know what I'm saying. So if you, whichever way you want to get in contact with me, if you have a thought that you would kind of, like to drop, wherever you want to put it, feel free to, do that. And so I kind of want to tell you my plans, for a little while. I love the idea of, sitting down, right in this chair, with this background that, so many of you have been, gotten accustomed to, and just talking about basketball. If you guys have noticed, probably, ever since the beginning of 2K21, and honestly, it happened a lot in 2K22, there will be periods of times in my videos that I'll just go on and ramble about something. And, it kind of got me thinking that, I can kind of turn some of these subjects in that I talk about for a long time into an actual video, like, of its own. And, obviously there wouldn't be, rebuilds in the background. We'd figure out what would be in the background, maybe highlights or something, if I can get the proper access to it. But, I think, for me, I think there's so much more that I can do with this channel. And I feel like we're at a very big plateau right now, if you will. I mean, obviously, as many of you guys know, December of 2019, my channel was unfortunately hacked. I didn't get it back till, around, mid-February, right before COVID happened, the original start of that. And then, I got it back. Obviously, we had a big pandemic. So I was home for school for a second semester, which obviously allowed me to upload a lot. But, during those 2 to 3 months that I didn't, have this channel, I lost a lot of subscribers, honestly, because you guys were still able to unsubscribe, even though I wasn't able to post videos or anything. I mean, my channel was still there. I just didn't have access to it, which really did suck, if we're being honest. And then, we had a little 2-month hiatus, I think 5 months ago at this point. And I came back and I'm fully motivated. I was fully motivated. I still am fully motivated to make content. That's not a problem at all. I love doing this, and I love interacting with you guys on a daily. But I kind of really only want to do it if I'm 100% invested in it, man. And I'd be lying to you if I said I was 100% invested in rebuilds. I don't have a problem doing them. I just think, honestly, when I sit down and I think to myself, see, the way I judge my content, and I believe a lot of other people, a lot of other content creators do this as well. When we sit down and we make our content, for me at least, the way I think about it, is this a good video? Is would I, if it wasn't me making the video, and it was somebody else, said all the same things, whatever it may be, same team, same outcome. If this was somebody else, would I enjoy watching this? And honestly, in a lot of my videos, I'm kind of saying no recently. There's not really much interesting in it. Maybe the first couple minutes is interesting, and then I think it kind of, wears off a little bit. But that's just me. And again, if you guys, if 90-something% of these comments, that's not a hard number. If the majority of these comments are saying, man, we only watch you for rebuilds, if you're not going to post rebuilds, there's no point. Look, I'll probably stick to them. And that being said, I'm not just going to fully stop them anyways. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a chore for me to go ahead and, do a rebuild of any sort of team. And again, you guys have given me so many good ideas, and, throughout the, past months of me being back. And it's been great, and I seriously wish I could get to every single idea. I just ultimately can't, because, by the time I get through all these ideas, I would have missed, 5 to 10, 20, whatever it is, big storylines in the NBA. So that's why I kind of pause and I kind of miss out on some of your ideas, which I do feel bad about. But, my main point in making this video is because I think there's a lot more that we can do here. As I think we can grow this community tremendously. If we explore options, outside of 2K. You guys know me. If you follow me on Twitter, especially, you'll know this. I tweet about it all the time. I love the NBA. I mean, it'd be crazy if I didn't actually, genuinely enjoy basketball. I love it. I love keeping up with, trade rumors, storylines, whatever it may be. The off season is one of the best times for me because there's so many stories, typically breaking pretty much every day. Around this time, we'd basically be wrapping up the NBA Finals in a normal year, and then we'd head into free agency in July. Everything's kind of pushed back a month this year, which kind of does suck. It kind of takes away a month from me because I do have to go back to school in early September. But, it's something that I love, I really genuinely enjoy doing, is just following the NBA. And so, if we started making videos where, I just sit here and I talk, I give my thoughts about things, I don't know. I think that could be something that I would enjoy doing. I can, as you guys know, if you watch me, I can ramble on forever. I genuinely could probably sit here for an hour if I had enough water and I didn't have to pee. Because I do pee a lot. I would genuinely be able to sit here and just ramble about something forever. And, I guess that's a good and a bad trait because, sometimes I don't get everything I wanted to say out because I start talking about other things. And then other times, I can just talk. I literally can't talk. There's no awkward silences here or anything. So, these are my thoughts right now. Again, it's 100% what you guys, want. It's not 100% what you guys want. Obviously, I'm going to have a say in it. But I want your feedback. I think that's the most important thing for me. And, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that, the channel's not exactly growing as, I would hope it was at this point. Pre me getting hacked, I don't know how many of you guys were here for that. I had probably, only a couple thousand less subscribers than this, and that was December of 2019, so that's almost a year and a half ago, man, it's kind of weird to think about. I had 27,000 subscribers then. I have 29,000 now. That's not good growth, especially for a channel that's 4 years old. That's just not good growth, at all. So, I think we're in a weird period right now where, 2K doesn't put out a good product. If 2K put out a tremendous product, I think we would be killing it. I think this channel would be, way more subscribers. And again, that could be just me. If people come in, don't enjoy, what I do, that's fine. It can't be everybody's favorite. It is what it is. But I think I'm at a time right now where I think I've kind of, max capacity this channel and this audience, in the amount of, I don't care about the amount of views I get on the video, but ultimately at the end of the day, this is my job right now. And, I'm not going to sit here and say I do this for the money, because if you guys know me or you've watched me for a while, I don't at all. I don't mean to come off as a dick, but I'm very financially stable even without YouTube. So, I do love this, and I think this is something that one day really could be great for everybody. and I'm obviously going to continue to put my best foot forward for, however long we do rebuilds for. I don't see it, if this channel is still going, post-college Massa, I personally don't see it as something that we'll probably be doing. I think we'll probably be onto something new at that point. But I still think it'll 100% be basketball related. I don't have any other plans of going into any, other games, any other genres, whatever it may be. So, ultimately, as I mentioned, I think we really are probably at max capacity, for the audience that wants to watch my rebuilds. I think we're probably kind of at that peak right now. I think I've kind of given it my best effort, in the rebuild department. Don't get me wrong, even if I decide to go ahead and start making other content, you still will see rebuilds. It just won't be every single day. I'll probably switch it up, quite a bit. You might see 3 rebuilds a week, maybe. It depends, the time of week, obviously. If there's crazy storylines in the NBA, you could see 1. And then you could see some weeks with 5 or 6 if it's a boring week. I never know. And that's something, when you're a YouTuber that, covers a sport in any way, shape, or form, you never really know what you're going to get because you're following storylines, basically. When you play a game like Call of Duty or Fortnite or anything, you're kind of following not much. I mean, they obviously put different things into those games that content creators have to worry about, but there's never any big storylines that really affect anything in real life. And with a game like 2K, with a sport like basketball, football, baseball, whatever it may be, whatever you're talking about, the real world does actually affect what we're doing here. So, I think we're in a good spot right now. I've talked to some people about this. I've talked to my personal friends that actually do sometimes watch my videos, but they genuinely do care, about the channel, and they do care about me, which is great. But they've kind of given me their thoughts on that, and they're kind of with me on this whole thing, because I do think this channel can go so much further than where we are right now. And if I look back in a year and this was a horrible, horrible decision, I don't know, man. But at this point, I really do think we're kind of capped. At the whole just straight up rebuild thing, man. So, I considered making another channel, but, maybe like a more Massa or whatever you want to call it. But I feel like we're kind of, if you can't, it's focusing on too much at one time when, nothing's really where you want it is not really a good idea. It's just not, because, I don't want to juggle too much on my plate where, I don't have one thing that I should be mainly focused on this channel, not where I want it to be. And then I go ahead and try to build a whole nother channel. It just doesn't seem smart to me. So, 100% it's going to remain basketball oriented on this channel no matter what. I want you guys to know that. If I ever decide to upload any other games or play any other games, or if you guys have suggestions for me to play other games, talk about other things, you can comment it down below, and maybe one day, maybe towards middle of this summer, if everything's really going well on this channel, we could potentially go ahead and make a more Massa channel. I'd be fine with that. I do play other games outside of 2K. It's hard to believe because it's all you actually ever see from me. But, there are times of the day that I do sit right in this chair. There's no mic here. The camera's not on, and I'm just looking at this screen right here, just playing games. So I'd be fine doing that with you guys. But again, it's really what you guys want. So, I do appreciate it. Obviously, this video is probably not going to get, as many views. Hopefully it gets a few more comments than my normal videos. But, it's definitely not going to get, not as many people will see it. So I'm sure a lot of people will, probably have no idea what's going on if in a week from now, when I start uploading just NBA talk videos in general, and people are like, what the hell is this, man? So anyways, that pretty much, over the past maybe month and a half, it's been like some days I'll gain 2 subscribers, some days I'll lose 5, some days I'll gain 4 subscribers, some days I'll lose 3. Like we're in a steadfast right now. Like we're not going anywhere, and it sucks because as a content creator, I want to grow this as big as possible. I don't want to sit here and do the same thing over and over. I mean, it's mediocrity. What's the point of that? And again, I'm not, shitting on any of you guys or anything. I mean, I love having all of you here. And again, I seriously think I've gotten, honestly, whether it just be on Twitter, through comments, whatever it may be, I've gotten so close with so many of you, honestly, as close as you can get in an online relationship. And I think it's great. And again, I don't want you guys to think, if we somehow go a different route and this channel has, some crazy amount of subscribers and some, in whatever period of time, I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to forget about you, because trust me, I remember who the OG day ones are still. I genuinely do. Even if some of you still aren't here, if your name ever pops up, trust me, I'll remember it. There are people that comment on my videos pretty much every day. There are people that shoot me Twitter DMs pretty much daily, and I appreciate that so much more than you know. But again, I just don't think we can really continue in my opinion, again, doing rebuilds every day. If 2K had a better product, I would 100% do it. I don't even I don't follow my team or my career or anything, so I really don't want to put that in your heads. I genuinely don't think I would enjoy those modes, and I genuinely don't think you guys would enjoy, because I don't really understand my team in general. I think it's dumb that you have to give somebody a contract to play them in a game of 2K. I think it's just dumb or whatever it is. And, you know, my career is just not my thing. I'm horrible in-game. You guys know that. So it's just not my thing. I'd rather talk about real basketball. And, again, I don't have a tremendous basketball mind. I have an above-average basketball mind. But, you know, I don't have Kenny's knowledge. I'm not there by any means. So if that's what you're looking for, I want it to be tremendously clear that you're not getting, you know, that quality of product. I mean, I'm going to probably give you my all. But, again, you know, we'll cover that a little more, you know, if you guys do want this. So moral of the story here is basically, you know, if you guys are only here for rebuilds and you think, you know, just because I'm uploading other videos you have to leave, you can unsubscribe. I won't be upset. It is what it is. I get it. But if you guys want to sit here and, you know, watch this channel grow, you want to stick with me, give me video ideas for, you know, even non-rebuilds, I'd be happy to do it. So I'll wrap this one up because I do have to record, funny enough, my Trailblazers rebuild after this, my trading Damian Lillard Trailblazers rebuild. If you guys made it to this point of the video, that's a video that will be coming out in a few hours. So I seriously do thank you all. You know, this is not an easy video for me to make. Again, I've been thinking about this for a long time and only over probably the past week. And then Crispy uploaded his video a couple days ago, and I kind of sat down over the past couple days, kind of wrote down a lot of stuff and, you know, how I was thinking, you know, pros and cons and everything, and ultimately decided to do this video. So, you know, see where it lands. You know, if it, I don't know. I actually don't know how this video is going to go. So genuinely, I seriously do thank you guys all that are here. And, you know, whatever the future is, whichever way we may go, it's you know, it's been great, and I seriously cannot wait for the future with hopefully all of you here and so many more. So that does it for me for now. I do have to go ahead and I got to get into my next rebuild, but you know, this video has been what, 16, almost 17 minutes at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this one. As always, feel free to leave any other video ideas down below in the comment section. You know, even if they're still rebuilds, that's fine with me. So I love you guys. I seriously cannot thank you guys all enough if you made it to this point of the video, if you watched any of it. But that pretty much does it for me. I'll see you guys in a few hours.